Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome everyone to the first and only Balkan Show.
Yeah, my name is Onat.
And my name is Dusan.
This will be our first intro episode, and we were planning to introduce ourselves, our show, why we are doing this, who are us, like why we are doing this, basically. Dushan, would you like to start?
Thank you, Onat. So, starting from myself, very humble, of course. My name is Dusan, as we said at the beginning. I'm 29 years old, originally from Serbia, born in Belgrade, but raised in south of Serbia, around the city called Niš. And yeah, I finished studying business and macroeconomics, but then I went into different industries, mainly IT, digital advertising, strategy consulting, whatever. So I was looking for myself. And right now I find myself in industrial management in the greatest, or so to say, the biggest currently airplane manufacturer. And I'm currently based in Hamburg in Germany. What about you, Onat? What can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, mine will be very long. If you have the notebook, I will start with my childhood traumas.
Oh, I have it by myself. Please
Yeah,
lie back and we can do it.
yeah,
Like,
just a second. So,
can you tell me?
actually, we
Just
don't
a second,
have
just a
time for
second. Yeah.
that. We don't have time for that later, maybe.
Oh, I was about to ask you, why do you dream your mother and those stuff, Freudian stuff. But
Yeah,
forget about it. Just
yeah.
so who are you on it?
So, yeah, my name
Tell
is
people.
Onat and I'm from Turkey. I'm from Izmir, but currently I live in Istanbul. In the paper, I'm a software engineer, but also I'm actually a UI UX designer. I'm,
Also
wor-
looking for stuff.
I'm working in the software industry, but yeah, design is good for me. What else? I am half Balkan, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
My father was born in Macedonia, and so yeah,
Good enough
uh,
reason to be Balkan.
yeah. That's why I'm here in this show. That's why we're doing together with Dushan Babylon Balkan. Babylon Balkan. You can also mention about the name.
Yeah. As you notice, it's kind of unusual name. It took us a really long time to come up with a name. We tried honestly to be not only cool, but to have like some deeper meaning. And Balkan, obvious. I'm coming from Serbia, and he coming from Turkey with Macedonian roots. So there you have it. And Babylon, it's a multi-layered meaning, depending who you ask. From our point of view, because we also like history, we are history nerds. From a historical and also biblical point of view, Babylon is a symbol of from outside, it looks beautiful, it looks nice in general, but underneath, you find a lot of sin, you find a lot of dirty stuff, which in the end, unfortunately, is the Balkans area itself. And there's another meaning. There was a Tower of Babylon or Babel. From again, it's a biblical topic. It has to do with building up the tower that's kind of like never ending, reaching to the sky, trying to reach the heaven, and people that made it were one in terms of they could understand each other. And from biblical point of view, the God didn't want them to reach heaven to be godlike, so he made them have different languages in that way to be separated and not to understand each other. So from that point of view, Balkans is in sort of way, although some people can understand each other, politically wise, no, but in terms, yeah, in terms of languages they speak, especially next Yugoslavia. But we want to point out that the situation like this is in the Balkans. People don't understand each other, although they have a lot of things in common. Another symbolic way from point of view of Babylon, because having to do with Balkans, because the gateway of Babylon was also infamous for like entering the paradise, which is in the end, as I said, it's not so pure. But you enter from one area to another, which again, Balkans symbolized gateway from Asia to Europe and in the opposite. So in that way, it also symbolized Balkans. So having this name Babel Balkan is a bit complex name, but covers up all the things that we want to encompass, that want to represent how Balkan area is very diverse. We have different people with different stories and different backgrounds.
Definitely. And our main goal is to create this beautiful community here with similar minded people, and having that Balkanian fun. Actually, it is
Lifestyle mindset
it is like fun lifestyle.
for both of us, Onat, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of people thinking like that.
yeah.
We want not only like-minded people, but also people that are different in any way possible. They at first don't think that they're like us, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can convert them. What do you mean by us? We mainly want to have fun
Yeah.
and also learn, and also through learning from each other and from our guests. Spoiler alert: there will be a lot of guests. So we want to expand our knowledge in many different areas, but those areas, as you can say on it, are focused where?
In Balkans.
That all of these topics are focused in the Balkans area, and people that are outside the Balkans can also learn about us. And as Ona said, Balkanians, we try to find the proper word for people from the Balkans. There's not a single one, so we come up with this one. Unofficially, there isn't any. The word that connects all of us. Although, as we said, that we are different, there are a lot of people and a lot of things that connect us and bind us. Of course, there are a lot of shitty, so to say, stuff. Beep. Honestly, say beep when I say some bad. And there are a lot of things that connect us through history and through modern times. And we can simply, as we said, expand ourselves. The goal of this podcast is each and every individual has something to bring. That's why please write to us, say what you have. Interesting topics. Some topics can range from, like on it, some topics that we're gonna cover.
Oh, humor, food, space. I mean,
History,
history as well.
ethnography, yeah,
A lot of
different
topics we're
cultures.
planning. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of
Again,
on my plate, and I'm excited to do all of them, talk about everything, and I also wanna as you mentioned from our guest, I wanna learn from them.
and what would be your most, so to say, favorite topics coming up soon?
Yeah, for me, I guess one of the most exciting one is Macedonia as a topic, and also
Can
this
imagine.
this space and Balkans. I mean, you mentioned a little bit about that, and I wanted to learn during the episode, so
Mm.
I didn't do any research about that. That's also very, exciting one for me. What
Yeah,
about
each and
you?
every one of us
Do
has
you have
its own
any?
specialties. Oh, yes, regarding food for sure. And regarding some small group of people in the Balkans in terms of ethnicity that we don't mention so often every day. And yeah, those two are one of the ones that I look most forward to.
Hmm.
And yeah, there will be much more. And the guests will be also diverse. Again, coming from different countries from this region, as you probably saw in the intro video.
Oh.
Yeah, the making of it was really fun. Yeah, on it in general, before we deep dive into like what this intro encompasses, let's come up with how did we actually come up with this idea? Yeah, I'm repeating myself.
um,
What was the essence that brought us here?
I
The
mean,
essential thing.
we were always sending us good podcasts, good conversation videos from other shows. And at
Yeah.
some point, you or me, one of us told during the chat, like, I want to do something like this. And I
Mm,
said, me too.
I forgot.
And
Yeah,
then we said, then why we are not doing it? And then
and simply
we started like this huge preparation actually.
really huge. It lasted for a very long time. When did we did we come up with the idea like, okay, we're starting this podcast? When was it?
Uh,
Oh,
I guess around like March, April, but the early talk was last year around this time.
yeah, it was December, end of the 2021, and
Yeah.
right now, end of 22, we're going with live with this podcast. Yeah, it took a long time, going back and forward, coming up with ideas, coming up with the name. As you say, it's complex, but it has like a cool sound, and it really represents what we are. But it took us a long. But even before we came up with this idea, How did we meet? There's a short Serb and a tall Turk coming up with a Balkan podcast that encompasses a variety of topics.
Yeah.
How do we meet on it?
Well, actually, we met in front of my dormitory room in Lithuania, where we did our Erasmus semester, actually. And you were explaining, you were introducing yourself to me, and you were trying to make me understand your name with the shower and an enemy. I mean, the Turkish versions of these words. And I was a little bit drunk and a little bit just woke up.
Being drunk on Erasmus. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean
combination of
that's
just woke up and being drunk. Yeah.
yeah, and
You
I was trying to figure out what are you talking about.
enemy taking a shower? What?
And
Come
yeah,
again?
and but I remember the first moment realized that we had something common. I mean, the more than I thought. I mean, for with the Serbians actually, where we were outside in the early days again, somewhere in Lithuania, in Vilnius. We were crossing the
Yep.
some street, and you were yelling "Haydebre, Haydebre," and I was like "Haydebre." My grandfather says the same thing. I mean the. And then I was talking about this with you.
Yeah, and in the end, as you said, every day some I kind of sense what word in my Slavic language, so to say, is has non-Slavic roots. So every time I come up with some name in my head, immediately ask you, "So, Onat, is this Turkish, and what does it mean in your language?" Like variety, okay, Jezve, Jak, Jep, whatever. It's especially food, a lot. Yeah, and we can mention. We're gonna mention this in upcoming episodes. Don't worry about it. It's
Yeah,
really
there's a
fun.
lot, a
And
lot. I mean,
a lot. But initially, it was, as you said, yeah, we met in the dormitory in Lithuania, in Vilnius, the capital. It was in 2017 during
yeah.
a spring semester. So we started off in February, beginning of February. It was really cold and depressive, and yeah, in
Ice.
general, not really best ice and post-Soviet country. That's kind of modern, but you still see really old buildings. And from my point of view, I was not in the best place before this, mentally speaking. So I was
Hmm.
a bit, I can say,
Same for
feeling
me
sad.
as
I just
well.
finished my
Yeah.
yeah. So I just finished my bachelor, started masters that I didn't want to study those. I did my internship that I didn't want to do. Then I got this. I want to change something. Then I found this exchange semester in cold Lithuania. So wow, perfect. So, and in the end, meeting you and a lot of our friends made a difference, made a huge difference. And it was therapy for me. I hope for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me also, it was the time period like, what the fuck I'm doing here? Uh, or should I study this faculty, or should I start working? Am I wasting my time? Like after I met with you and all of our friends, those ideas just gone, and we start having fun. Everything was
Mm,
perfect after that moment.
I totally agree. Our group was diverse. It still is. We're still in contact, most of us,
Yeah,
more than 10 of
true.
us from Jordan, Palestine, Bosnia, Turkey, Czech Republic, Italy,
U.S.,
Slovenia,
Netherlands.
US. So really diverse. Argentina, Dominican Republic, and we all stick together and we all had one name. It's a long story, but we'll come up. We'll tell about this in upcoming episodes. But this is basically how we met.
Yeah.
And you already mentioned the origin of the idea. Last year, we come up with the idea of this podcast because, again, the mission is to find people to inspire them, to have fun, to learn something new. We learn as well together with you, come up with new, interesting topics from the Balkans, and to have like a positive brand of the Balkans. Right now, on it, how is the brand of the Balkans abroad? What do you think as a regular person when you hear about the Balkans abroad?
For like, I am from Turkey, so I cannot say something chaotic or something, because it's the same here as well. Not
Yeah.
maybe not that much, maybe not that recent, or
It's
I
always present.
yeah, yeah. But for me, those are something familiar. So I mostly see Balkan is like where people have fun, where people enjoy their day. A little bit more European than here.
You're saying about the good stuff. What about the bad stuff that usually people think?
Aha, corruption,
One of
uh,
them. Yeah,
fights.
we have that plenty.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I
more
mean,
or less. Yeah,
I, I, I'm,
corruption, fights, bad
yeah,
politicians.
yeah.
Which one?
No, I said bad, like terrible roads.
Terrible roads. Yeah, here and there for sure.
I'm actually
But in
telling
the end,
telling the things that bad things from Turkey actually. So it's like this is how similar we are.
in terms of mentality, and also likewise of how governments work, how infrastructure we have, how it's getting modern, but also bad at the same time. So there are a lot of bad stuff, as we mentioned from our name and everything. But the thing is to point out that it can be changed,
Yeah,
have better and positive mindset, and be optimistic about it, and to
definitely.
inspire people to be the best possible people from the Balkan, to be a good example to their not only in their own country, also to neighboring countries, and representing the Balkans as a whole outside.
I mean, whatever we can tell as the bad thing, those things are really easy to change. But for the good things, like people with fun, with with humor, uh,
Mm.
I mean, those are the real thing that comes from the history, from the the culture.
You could say it's culture.
Yeah,
Some can
yeah,
say
yeah.
it's DNA, although scientifically it's not proven, but
Yeah.
it's a thing that brings us together for sure.
Those
I
things are
totally
from
agree.
our DNAs, and we don't
Yeah,
need to change those. Those are good behaviors, good habits. But other things
exactly. We need to
can be easily
emphasize,
changed.
as you said, bad things can be changed to good, and good things should continue being good, and
Yeah.
we want to promote them. We want to promote every individual that does something useful for the community and for himself in the Balkans. So if you're an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a sports person, whatever you do, please write us, come up with interesting topic, promote you and mention you, as long as you give a positive example to your community wherever you are in the Balkans or outside, but you're apart from here. We have all similar roots and we are much more in common than things that separate us.
Yeah, definitely. Also,
Sounds like a politician, but it's
yeah, no, we are not doing like political
what
party.
did you want
Maybe
to
in the
say?
future. I mean, Zelensky did, so why not? Uh,
Y- Yeah, as a comedian.
yeah, and I mean, not for like giving like spoiler or giving something promising, but those people may not be only our guests in the future. This can be a big
Mm,
community, and we can create something else too together.
of course, I agree. We're building a community,
Hmm.
and we want you to be part of it.
We
We're
want you
gonna
to
have
meet with
different
each other.
projects, not only exactly. That's one of the aim as well, to meet each other, not only with us. We would also like to meet you. We're gonna make live shows, and there are other projects that we don't want to spoil, but they eventually will come. This, as a podcast, as Onat said, is just a starting point.
I mean, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things you can uh, give idea to us. The community itself can create something, and we can support in the future. We are open for everything.
Always.
We are always we love to do that, and I hope we
Yeah.
can. I mean, in the future, I hope we get that
We will.
opportunity.
There will. Takes time. Also, before we wrap it up, between us, we want to make some, I could say, fun to with each other and ask some questions. So to say, how to have like a sneak peek how it will look like with our guests. So I will come up with one question with Onat, and then he will come back.
I hope.
So if it's okay, Onat, for me to start. Can you please tell me what did you want? It doesn't work like this. So when you were little,
Hmm.
what was your dream to become when you grow up?
Uh, well, for me, it was the
Literally.
no. My dream was being police officer actually, and I
Ah,
also had the
I never knew
uniform. Like
this.
when I was a kid, I had the police uniform. Oh my
Did
god.
you go? Is there any Halloween in Turkey? No, it doesn't work like that,
No.
right?
But yeah, that
Yeah.
was interesting. I mean, I don't remember why I want that, but I really love that uniform. I loved wearing it. At some point, I wanted to be police officer. But also, since my childhood, since I was 3, I am, working and breaking into parts the computers. So everybody was
Ah.
calling me engineer, even when I was a kid. So I
Sorry
guess that
for
was a
digress.
destiny.
When you said I started, yeah, when you said I started working when I was 3, I was like, oh, child labor. Oh, they will ban us. Oh, stop.
No,
Got
that
it.
was my family. That was for my family.
I, family child labor. Ah, it's okay
Uh,
then. Works. It did the same. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah,
Not taking part.
I
Well,
officially
it's cool
became an
since you were
engineer,
3.
but I now designer. So
Totally okay. You said you were looking for yourself. Probably you find yourself. You'll see in the future. For me as well, a lot of people that follow us probably the same position,
hmm
or they're gonna be in the same position. Will you never know? So, Anna, do you have any question from your side?
yes, I found one right now. I changed my question. Now, what was the worst book you ever read?
Ooh, the worst book. Ooh, if I wished if there were a few. I honestly I started reading in English. Yeah, it was in English. Catch 22. That was the book I haven't finished until the end. It's a book about. To be honest, I think I realized what it's about. It's about airmen in World War II
hmm
in Italy. So U.S. airmen have the camp in Italy, and they go on sorties, meaning they go to bomb
Yeah.
cities in Europe, Nazi occupied cities, and come back. And the point of this book is that the guy is pretending to be crazy in order to avoid going to these sorties, to these missions, and how creative he comes with this and so on back and forward. I think there's also a movie or a TV series made with George Clooney like a few years
Hmm.
ago. To be honest, the book is like, I don't know, 400, 500 pages. I read 100, and every sentence doesn't make sense with the previous one. So 100 pages, I don't know, 3,000 sentences, and I don't get what's going on. So it's just random stuff, seeing random people doing random stuff, and I don't know what's going on. And after 100 pages, I got so tired. Like, I cannot follow anything here. Like, I don't know if some of our followers read this book and know what it's about. Please come to us and explain us what's this book about. I mean, I generally have the picture, but I don't know for sure if I read it correctly, so to say, or that I got the point. I just it was too tiring for me. I just gave it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the worst, and but it's actually one of the best ones ever rated. To be honest, but for me, not
Weird.
from like
Yes.
not my piece of cake
Some books are
or
really,
cup of tea or any cutlery.
some books are really tiring.
And
I mean,
did you have any book that you didn't like?
I didn't think about the answer for myself, but I was watching a
Uh,
Netflix show recently, pretend as a city or something like that from
mhm.
Lebowitz, and in one of the episodes she was saying worst book is not something you remember as a worst book. It is the book that you forget. When sometimes you're reading a book and then you stop and then you just forget it.
Oh yeah, then in that case, they are more than a just
Yeah.
collecting dust on my shelf. It's one of the shelves. I have more, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't keep the books that I don't like. I don't like to continue. So currently here, I mean, these are
You
all good books.
in your room, yeah, in your room, you're having a big shelf, and in my room, I'm also having a big shelf. So to present, we're people of intellect, but in the end, it's a relative thing. Anyone can have books.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah,
maybe
depending
these
what you
pages
read
are.
and do you read at all.
Yeah, maybe the pages are empty. We're just show off.
Yeah, that can be also the case. Or hiding the flask with rakia or raki inside, a book and just helping you out, or gun in
Actually,
some movies. So
I'm not hiding though.
explain what you're holding.
This is the rakia glass, right? The
Yeah, yeah,
traditional one with the Serbian flag.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is the name? Do you remember the name?
The no, I don't. I
Chokančić, if you can pronounce it.
Chokancic.
Almost perfect. Yeah, you got it almost there.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
the old cheese, but
yeah, yeah.
I didn't know. I guess because I I didn't have that information in my mind. I didn't remember when you say it.
Ah, don't worry about it.
I haven't
And
missed
so, thank you for
in.
the good questions. So, those are the types of questions that you can expect from our guests. We're gonna have also special episodes with we're just us having fun and talking about some specific topic. But our main goal is to find different guests, diverse as possible, with interesting topics, as we said, from the Balkans that we find interesting and that you can also learn from them, and likewise from our side. You can follow us on our social media. You can also follow us and watch us on YouTube and on our other audio podcasts to hear us there, of course.
Mhm.
But all of those links you can find in the description of every episode that we have. And most importantly, we have our domain, we have our website on it.
Yeah, babylonbalkan.com. You can find every link to our all social media platforms, all other related links. I mean, in the future as well. You can find.
Also, if you want to support us in any way possible, in terms of monetary topic, there's also links for there. You can do a single ones or monthly subscription. It's up to you. If you want, at least follow us and please interact. Please write us. You can also find our email, and yeah, hope to meet you all and to have you all participating in some sort of way in our upcoming episodes.
Yes, I hope this journey will be really fun and also
Uh,
educative, maybe.
yeah, that
Not
word is kind
boring,
of like
not boring,
yeah,
but
yeah, boring, not boring. The main is that this show is there's really cool mixture of two words for info and entertainment. So you get
yeah.
infotainment. We all get. So welcome to this first infotainment show, Balkan Show. One of our many projects, as we said, and as we said, looking forward to seeing you in the future
Yes. Thank you
and
for
hearing you,
listening.
of course, and everything. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following us. And until our next episode.
Yes.
Bye bye, everyone.
Ciao.